What is going on, guys? This is Miasin. So first things first, this has nothing to do with the current video, but I just got unbanned from YouTube's demonetization bullshit. So basically, you might be very confused right now, but like, I think 3 days ago, I uploaded a video basically explained that I got suspended for 2 things that I didn't do. So the first one was reuse content. So that's when you're uploading someone else's video and you're not adding any commentary or like your face or something, which obviously you can literally click on any of my video and you're gonna verify immediately that, you know, this is not the case. My videos are my original creation, so they basically thought I was a robot copying everyone else's videos. And the second one was misleading content. So that's when your video is something like click on this video or you're gonna make bank like millions of dollars, and then it redirects you to like a virus and stuff like that. So that's also something that I didn't do. I appealed. My first appeal got rejected. They basically said that their team confirmed that I was breaking the rules, which is very funny because, again, any human can literally verify in 5 seconds that my channel is authentic. And then I appealed again, and 2 days later I won. But it's not like the end of the world. Obviously, just annoying that it happens because I gotta kind of suffer from their stupidity. It is what it is, YouTube being YouTube. But yeah, we're back, even though we never left. I kept making videos every single day during this period, and today I'll be going over Blessing of the Voiceless Voice continuous spell card, and it allows the deck to keep pushing even further. So I'll be showing 2 combos as well as the updated deck profile. But before we go any further, friendly reminder, of course, to smash the like and subscribe button. It really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first combo is assuming that you got something like Barrier of the Voiceless Voice as well as Saphira. Look at what you can do. So you're going to be searching for your Novox, and you're going to be normal summing it, and at this point you could either go for the trap card or go for the new continuous spell. So, you know, it's just another option, but I think the continuous spell is better in this situation because you're also going to be getting the trap card later on. And this card also gets you, like I said, a better grind game because you get to recycle back the cards from your banished. So you can get like DD Crowed, you can you know, be under Shifter, and it's not the end of the world. You don't really have to care about losing your resources permanently. But yeah, you're going to be going Saphira, search the Skull Guardian, dump the Ritual Spell, and then Ritual Summon Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, so search the Seravis, and then Special Summon back the Novox. And you're going to pass turn on that. That's going to be 2 interruptions immediately. Actually, sorry. It's going to be 3 interruptions in total. So you got the Skull Guardian Omni Negate at the current moment, and you're going to be getting the Seravis Ritual Summon on your opponent's turn, which is basically a Black Horn of Heaven. It's kind of like a Solemn Warning. It negates like any inherent summons, not something like... Not a card or effect that would summon something, so you can't negate Soul Charge. Not that you could because the card is banned, but, you know, hypothetically speaking, but you can negate like an Xyz summon. And you also got the trap card that you're going to be able to place when you revive back that Novox, because this continuous spell allows you to ritual summon a Light Warrior Dragon Ritual monster whenever a non-ritual is normal or special summoned. And that ritual monster that you summon cannot be destroyed by battle, which is convenient if you're summoning something that is relatively weak like Seravis, because its stats always are the same, or a Skull Guardian, 4100 attack, that is no joke. And again, you're going to be getting the trap card when you summon back the Novox, so you don't have to go for the risky Dino Mondo play anymore. So I do like that. I actually think it's a lot of pressure that you're applying on your opponent off of only 2 cards. So if you had like an issue of not being oppressive enough with your engine, I guess this card fixes it. So it's pretty nice. It definitely makes the deck better when you're going first. That's it for this one. Let's get into combo number 2. Alright, so this is arguably even more explosive because we have 1 extra interruption on top. So Barrier as well as Diviner. You're going to be using Barrier first because that is the better Ash bait. You don't want to get ashed on Diviner. That's really bad. And if you get ashed on Barrier, then, you know, all the better for you. But yeah, search the Skull Guardian and then dump the Trias. And then Ritual Summon for the Skull Guardian, Chainlink 1, Diviner, Chainlink 2, Skull Guardian. We don't have to use the effect of Trias right away. And summon the Novox from the deck, and then place the continuous spell on the field. Recycle back the Saphira to hand, and then Trias special summon. The only reason why we're doing that is because we want to be able to trigger that ritual spell so that we can ritual summon for the Seravis. So that's really nice. Now we've got an extra way of ritual summoning, because before we only had Saphira, the ritual spell. So that's only 2 ways, even though the ritual spell is like a 2 of that you can use multiple times per turn. So it was like 3 ways in a way, but now we've got a 4th way, which is the Blessing. And we can also revive back that Novox. It doesn't get the effect of place yet, but it will on the opponent's turn because we can negate a summon with a Seravis, and then it goes back to hand. And it's not once per turn, it's soft once per turn. And then when our opponent summons a monster, then we can go, okay, Blessing, Ritual Summon for Seravis using the Novox, and then revive back the Novox, which places the continuous trap card, so that we got double Seravis summon negate, and then we got the trap card, which can destroy 2 cards, and we've got the Skull Guardian, which can negate anything. So that's 4 interruptions off of only 2 cards. That's not too bad, honestly. It's much better than what the deck could do before. So yeah, it actually doubles up the amount of threats that you can apply. That's pretty nice, honestly. But anyways, let's get into the deck profile and the explanations as well as the discussion overall around the card. Okay, so for my deck list, I want to say it's pretty standard. I'm playing a bunch of hand shops, 16 as you can see, but this is very up to what you would have to play in your environment. Like, if you don't need Nibiru in like your locals or regionals or even your YCS, then you don't have to play Nibiru. And same thing with the Bestials. I think the Magnamut is like the only one that I really want to be playing in this deck because it searches Saphira, that which also always gets me a play for next turn, or it searches me Saravich, which can allow me to dodge Valor Imperm on Divine or Novox. So it's always a good card, I want to say. And it's just an extender. There's really no drawback to playing this card. I don't see it only as a hand shop, so that's the reason why I'm playing the 1-of Bestial Magnamut, but you don't have to play like Jewess Worm and stuff like that. And then Ash is just really good. Mourner, you know, that's just the worst Valor and Imperm, which obviously always have to be played over. And Nibiru is a potential ritual material because it's a level 11 and a light monster. So whether you're using Saphira or the ritual spell, whatever, Nibiru can always be used. So that's the reason why I like Nibiru, but sometimes Nibiru is just completely dead against your opponents. That's another reason why, again, these cards could be, I mean, rather, well, all these 4 cards could be substituted for maybe more copies of pre-prep as well as Pot of Extravagance. So if you want to play 2 more pots and then the 3rd pre-prep, you could do that. And you could also play the 2nd Saravis if you really want to, but this card is not like that great, honestly. And you can afford to only play 1 because you can easily recycle it back with the Blessing now. So the ritual monsters, you always have access to them if you're playing the same amount of consistency cards, but I guess I'm not because I'm only playing 2 pre-prep, because if you draw like multiple copies of one of these cards, you're going to be late behind, unfortunately. They are once per turn, both of them. But yeah, 2 ritual spell, obviously Trias, and then Saravis, which we always side out going second. Not really good going second. It's going to be really hard to summon. I get that it allows you to like push again, but who cares? It's just another brick. The trap card, you can side deck this out going second, but it's not too bad. It's a trap, but I guess this is like, this could be the replacement because you're not trying to play like both of these cards, but you could also side Blessing for when you're going first. That's another thing that you can do. You don't have to main deck this card. And then 2 pre-prep, 1 Extravagance, like I said, you can play more. 2 Skull Guardian, Saravis, you can play more if you want to. It's basically a Call by the Grave / Crossout, but only for Valor and Imperm. And then 3 Diviner, 3 Novox, 3 Saphira, 3 Barrier. Very simple, right? If you want to play the Nadir Servant package, you can, but I don't necessarily recommend it. It also clashes with Extravagance, so you can only really play one or the other, because you cannot draw cards during the turn you use Extravagance other than itself, and you cannot draw off of Garura when you send it off of Nadir Servant. So you're always going neg1 for really just no reason, and you're also helping your opponent in a mirror match, because now your opponent gets to send Elder Entity Entis and Herald of the Arclight, and I don't really think that's what you want to be doing at all. And yeah, for the extra deck, we're playing Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, which is a monster that you can summon off of Odd Eyes Pendulum Grab Dragon once you negate a spell effect. And this card is Exodia against Tenpai Dragon. They basically just lose once you summon this. Herald of Arclight, Elder Entity Entis, Chaos Angel. You can summon this using the Novox as well as the Trias, 9 and 1. And then we're playing Typhon, obviously, with Access Code Talker and Celine, because we can climb into it using either the Lina or the Dark. And you can make the Dark with Relinquished Anima off of the Novox, so it's really easy to be able to climb off of a Access Code when you're going second, but you do need a Spellcaster in your grave, so that's the reason why Effect Valor and Droll, they can come in handy every now and then. And then 2 Dynamundo, which I don't even think you need all that much anymore. Like, you can play like only 1 if you really want to, but the extra deck space honestly isn't too tight because you're only going to like 4 or 5 of these monsters every game, max. Not every match, not even every game. Most of your games, you're not even touching your extra deck at all. And if you are, it's for like Extravagance and stuff like that, or Prosperity. But yeah, Lina, Dark, SP, Muckracker, IP Masquerena, and Relinquished Anima. So we don't really have to waste our time, honestly, with the extra deck at this point. And for the side deck, this does matter. Odd Eyes Pendulum Grab Dragon when you're going first. It's insane against Despia, because this card negates the spell effect and not the activation, unlike Skull Guardian. So if they got branded Lost or multiple branded fusions, Odd Eyes Pendulum Grab Dragon still takes care of them completely, so it's really, really good. 3 Jewel, which can be anything else, but it's a spellcaster, so I don't know. 3 Book of Eclipse, because it fixes the purely matchup, which is an unwinnable matchup for this deck. It's really, 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 really bad. And also, this deck has a very bad Yubel matchup, so yeah, good luck trying to fix that. It's gonna be kind of hard. 3 Cosmic, 2 Lightning Storms, and 3 DDGs, which is the going first card of choice. You don't really need like Summon Limit, or I mean, sorry, even when Summon Limit was a 3, Different Dimension Ground was arguably better, so that's the reason why I'm saying like, you don't really need like those kinds of cards when we got like lingering cards like DDG or D-Barrier and stuff like that. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't really think Blessing really adds all that much. And also, I want to say Voiceless Voice kind of got a little worse because people now are so prepared for Tenpai Dragon that they have D-Barrier in their side deck now. And this deck suffers a lot from the collateral damage. Same thing for Melodious. That deck loses very, very hard to D-Barrier calling Fusion. They don't have to call Pendulum because the deck doesn't really do anything else. You're gonna be locked under Melodious only if you use the Link, and you don't really have any Xyz monsters that you can go into, unless you want to go like Baguska Pass or like Zeus Pass. Not really ideal. So yeah, it's really sad, unfortunately, that this deck kind of got worse, even though it got better with a new card, just because the format just shaped up for in this deck's detriment, if that makes any sense. But yeah, you guys let me know how you feel about all of this in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.